Naša ekipa je odšla v Ljubljano, kjer je bila modna revija z gostom iz Londona.
Ko 5-6 ur pred novim Intosomething dogodkom, tokrat v K4 v Ljubljani, ekskluzivni intervju za televizijo Krško z Gideon Jacksonom. Hello Gideon, nice to see you.
Before we start, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Into something.
Great, we're all into something. Yeah, I think one of the time was like, if I remember correctly, it was like only 20 people in Bellevue. Is that right?
Would have been my one, no. Yeah, no. No, I think that was the one, yeah. Nice venue and stuff, but there wasn't that many people. It's a shame. And it was snowing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel now, you know, coming back and after, like, you know, you're used to playing in front of huge groups of people, and the last time you were here there was like 20 of them in your party. Do you like have any fears for tonight?
No, not really. No, I mean, it would be nicer, wouldn't it, if there was a lot more people, but you know, I like what I'm doing, and sometimes they're packed. In fact, most of the time they're quite busy, but sometimes they're not, and you just have to sort of take the good with the bad, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good tonight, though.
How long are you DJing?
About 10 years, 11 years now.
How did it start?
It started basically when, I don't know, I was invited to some clubs back in the day to Eddie Richards gigs, and I had a really good time there, and I just thought to myself, well, you know, I want to sort of add my thing to this. So I started producing and started buying records, and it started from there. Just started playing at people's houses and back gardens and on beaches, and eventually it moved on to clubs. So about 11 years, but yeah, that's how I started.
If Eddie Richards is the godfather of tech house, what is then Gideon Jackson?
I can't really say, really. I don't know. I don't know.
Say it, he won't hear it.
I can't really.
He won't know.
No, I'm just into something, you know, and that something is tech house. So I don't know. I'll leave that to everybody else to decide.
What's the plans for the future? What do you like know how tech house music, or what do you think how tech house music will evolve in the future? Because you know everything is changing so quickly, and lots of new stuff happening all the time.
I think one of the most important things about tech house is that there's not so much talk about where things are going to go. It's just one of those things where all the people involved just get on with it, and you know, you can't create a good vibe. You just have to be it. You have to be part of it, just to do your thing, and hopefully good things come of it. So I can't predict where tech house is going to go at all. I just hope that it stays good.
What about, just one more question, the best club you've ever been to, or the best vibes you've ever? Is there something special, something you can like say, well, this was it?
Not really. And do you know, because like every place is different. I mean, sometimes it's the location. Like if I've played in Kuala Lumpur and stayed on a desert island in the middle of nowhere, and that was a brilliant gig. But I suppose one of my favourites, and it doesn't run so much now, was Stereo Studio in Zagreb at Tvornica. I just really liked it there. So I would probably say that was the best organisation in the club that I've played for. But there are lots. There was also another one in Serbia. This sounds really strange. They've closed down now, and it was one of the best clubs I've ever played in. The people in there just go completely mad when you play this music, and yeah, that one too. So no real favourite, but those two are pretty good, I suppose.
Have you ever played with, or do you know the local, I mean Slovenian DJs, except for Feja? Do you know any of them?
No, not really. Only the Dan Dada Feja.
Oh, yeah. What about like Umek, who is supposed to be, or at least they say here, he's like a big star even abroad. Do you know his work?
I have heard of his work. His work's good. It's not my cup of tea. It's just that little bit too edgy for me. But he's well respected in in the production world and in the DJ world. But I don't know him. I've actually never met Umek, to be honest.
Okay, since we're having also a fashion show tonight, do you have any experiences with stuff like that? You know, maybe playing on a fashion show.
No, I did one once before at a college once in London, but this is probably the second time I've ever done a gig where there's models running around and stuff. So it should be interesting. Be very good.
What about? I read somewhere that like your music is often used for dancing performances.
Yeah. Well, where that comes in is my girlfriend. She's a ballet teacher and she runs her own school. And every 2 years she produces a show. And in that show, sometimes I produce some music for it, and they use it. You know, it's quite a big production, so it gets listened to by quite a few people. So that's probably where that comes from.
Well, thank you very much. I hope we all have a great evening tonight. Danes z nami disco queen in gušti, mladi perspektivni modni oblikovalki, pred katerima je pokleknil tudi že Pariz. Če se skoncentriramo na to revijo v Štirki, ta revija ni bila klasična revija, ni bilo nobene modne piste, zakaj tako?
Zaradi tega, ker najna modna revija v Štirki potekala usporedno še z enim drugim dogodkom, in sicer je gostoval DJ Gideon in so bile manekenke, najne manekenke so v bistvu plesale za njegovim pultom DJ-skim in
gibale se po Štirki v bistvu cel večer, več ali manj.
Point je bil, da najne obleke kao poudarjajo njegovo muziko, sovpadale so se z njegovo muziko in njihovi gibi in pač neko tako skladje, harmonija je prišla z modo, z deklicami, s plesom, z glasbo.
Spravi, je to nekakšna filozofija vajnih kreacij, da so to plesne obleke?
Free to move, to feel good.
Definitivno.
Kakšni so pa odzivi do zdaj?
Ja, zaenkrat so bili pozitivni, čeprav 100 ljudi 100 čudi, ne? Veliko ljudi pač, ne vem, nekaterim se zdijo čudne, nekaterim se zdijo v redu, nekaterim se zdijo
super, nekaterim pa sploh ne.
Kaj pa plani za naprej? Se pravi, da boste ustrajale pri temu?
Ja, mi bi zelo rade, ne? Sam je pa drug problem, ne? Sicer finance, ne? Materiali niso poceni.
Zaenkrat smo same v celi zadevi, kar pomeni, da tudi v bistvu same financiramo vse, kar se spravimo delati na tem področju. Tako da v bistvu na nek način, ne vem, je to edina prepreka, ki naj jo ovira rahlo pri vsem tem.
Mislimo pa definitivno nadaljevati.
Ampak, da naredimo revijo, zdaj pa recimo s pisto in z manekenkami, ki ne bojo odpovedali recimo 2 dni prej, kar ponavadi se nama zgodi, glede na to, da nimamo profesionalnih manekenk, ki jih tudi ne moreš plačati, ne. In je to spet drugi problem, ker imaš ženske, ki recimo se zadnjo minuto premislijo, nikoli ni in je bolj tudi od tega dosti odvisno, kako se sama revija odvija, ne.
Glede na to, da ste obedve Posavke, vas lahko pričakujemo tudi na domačem terenu, ali ste se pač skoncentrirali samo na tujino in večja slovenska mesta?
Ja, ne vem.
Mislim, da bomo najprej v Ljubljani, potem pa...
Mislim, se v bistvu ni od samega kraja posebej odvisno, ampak načeloma, če bo priložnost, zakaj pa ne?
Se pravi, Mag ostaja svoj in deluje na krilih entuzijazma še naprej.